What is up guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, well hi, my name is Sasha. I'm a senior veterinary medicine student and I make videos about tech, productivity and my life as a vet student. And if this sounds interesting for you, please consider subscribing to the channel. And today's gonna be a very special video. I usually start off with my videos in the morning and I do a lot of days in the life, study, vlog, productive morning routine, etc. as you might have seen on my channel. But today's video is slightly different and quite new for me. It is currently 7 p.m. and I'm just starting recording this video because in today's video, you've seen the title, I'm bringing you with me on my first night shift of vet school. So basically, I have never been doing a night shift of my life. I've been doing a lot of internship and practicals at the hospital, but never at night. So that's gonna be quite new for me. I have to be at the hospital in an hour because the shift starts at 8. I'm just gonna have dinner, quite early dinner for me as a French guy. Then I'll have to take off my contact lenses and put my glasses on, which is something that I do not appreciate, but I have to. I cannot spend the whole night and sleep the 3 hours of sleep that I will have with my contact lenses, and I'll be on my way to the hospital. Now, time to eat.
You see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the...
So, I'm almost done with my dinner guys, but I just wanted to give you some information about what's gonna happen for me tonight and in this video. Well, you might be wondering, if you're not related to any healthcare jobs or studies, what is a night shift? Well, a night shift can also be a day shift, and it basically means spending around 12 hours in a hospital. And the point about all of this is simply to make sure that all the patients, well, on one side that have been under surgery and the other one that just entered the hospitalization service are doing great. We make sure that they eat their food, drink some water, and we take their heart rate, respiratory rate, and other constant that might be significant. We're going to be a small groups of students as well as some doctors around us to supervise and make sure that we are not doing anything bad. And if something happens, that someone professional can be here, because as students, we don't know much. But I'll keep you updated and walk you through the night. Right now, I'm going to take a coffee because I think for me it's going to be quite tough for my first night to stay awake through the whole night. And then I will switch my contact lenses for my glasses and we'll be on our way to the hospital. So I'm running late, as always, because it's like 7:20 and I'm like, oh, I have time, it's fine, and the shift starts at 8. And then it turns out to be 7:30 and then I'm like, I don't have time anymore. So I'm quickly gonna chug my coffee and then pack my stuff and move to the hospital. Light it up, light it up. Alright guys, so I just got at the hospital. It's a bit dark right now. It's the first time that I'm vlogging on campus with holding my camera, and it's quite stressful. Plus I'm stressed because it's my first night shift. So it's mixed feelings. But yeah, I'll get in, change, and I'll catch up with you guys later. So to come back on the thing I was talking about earlier, that is switching from my contact lenses to my glasses, and why I hate it is this simple reason. Having to wear a mask with my glasses, it makes them all foggy and I cannot see anything, and I really feel like a dumbass. This is the reason why. Alright, so here starts the shift. It currently is 8 p.m. and we just are waiting for the vets to give us the informations and what we are gonna have to do through the night. I was quite surprised about the interest and kindness the vet has shown towards my videos. They even told me which cases would be better to talk about and more interesting. But they forgot to mention one thing, and it is that they were cats. And cats can be evil, so I basically couldn't record anything from them since we were not welcome to manipulate them. But after we received the information, we started directly with a round of taking the heart rate, respiratory rate and pressures of all the cats and dogs and other animals in hospitalization, which was quite nice. We also changed the cage of these 2 pigeons who were hospitalized and they were quite stressed, so we decided to let them rest, cover the cage and turn off the light to let them sleep. Standing up for 3 hours straight and walking and standing, it's quite tiring already, and we have something like 9 hours left to go. It's gonna be quite tough, but quite interesting. I'm not sure we're gonna have any emergencies, as I said earlier, but checking on all the patients, learning a bit more how to deal with them. It's quite interesting. So far so good. And as you can see, this is the annoying part of having to wear my glasses and my mask. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Guys, there's an emergency, so I'm going there right now. It's crazy, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Apparently it's for an animal coughing, so nothing very serious. So I'm quickly gonna see in the console what's happening, and then I'll catch up with you guys later and tell you about it. See ya. So the dog arrived completely stressed. He was coughing a lot and breathing extremely loud, so most of our first thought about a tracheal collapse, which is a condition characterized by an incomplete formation or a weakening of the cartilaginous rings of the trachea. And this condition produced this very specific sound when the dogs are breathing. Since the dog was breathing very loudly, it was quite tricky to hear through the stethoscope, so the vet decided to realize an electrocardiogram to check on his heart activity. After what, we decided to get some images through x-rays, and we noticed that the dog had a very enlarged stomach and that he was swallowing air while breathing. Alright guys, so it currently is 12:15 and it's time to what? To eat! Right, it's time to eat. But, as funny as it may sound, everyone brought food except one person. Guess who? Hopefully there is some vending machine, so I will be able to afford maybe a sandwich if I'm lucky, or a Mars bar. I don't know yet. Also, guys, if later you want me to heal your dog and to have lower price, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Ouais, merci. Guys, your boy got some food. No, but no jokes, it really is nice to have some like nice vending machine. There's one for like sandwiches, one for coffee, tea, and one for some cold drinks, and it's really appreciated, especially during a night shift. Alright, so we just had a little break in order to have something to eat. As you might have seen, well, I was very happy because I found a sandwich at the vending machine, and we just literally got evacuated from the hospital just 5 minutes ago because the fire alarm went on. So for safety reasons, obviously they evacuated us, as well as the owner of the dog who just arrived as an emergency. Everyone was out, and well, hopefully everything is fine, and I don't know why the alarm went on. That was quite of an experience. I think we have the most animated shift that has ever happened here in the hospital, which is quite cool. I'm quite happy about this. And right now it's almost 1 a.m, which means that I'm gonna go back to the hospitalization service. I think we have to take some more constants, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'll meet you guys there. So guys, it is currently 2 a.m. It's been 6 hours in, and right now we just got some constants. We walked the dog, as you might have seen, and for the dog that we walked, we also had to do a Glasgow, which is this subjective technique that allows you to grade the pain of the patient. There are different parts of the test that you need to look for: if the dog is moving, if the dog is interested in some food in the environment, and etc. The dog had a nice score, which is quite good news, which means he's not in pain. If he would have been in pain, well, we would have to give him some drugs. But he's not, and right now, I think right now it's gonna calm down a bit, so I don't know what's gonna happen now. If there are gonna be some new cases, or if we are gonna be allowed to sleep, I don't know yet, but we'll discover this in a second together. Alright guys, we're meeting again. It currently is 5 a.m. now. So we are almost done with the shift. Everything went well. We had the emergencies, as I mentioned earlier. Around 6 a.m. we have to give some medications, food, and take the constants again of the patients, just to make sure that they are doing well, that they are having a good recovery from their surgery or from their trauma. We had a kitten that fell from the 4th floor of a building. We just gave him some food that goes directly through a tube into his esophagus. It was quite of a nice experience. I don't know if you can see on my arm right there, but so basically you guys have to know that I'm a future vet, but I am extremely highly allergic to cats, and it's quite annoying. It's not compatible, obviously, and I was the one holding the cat when the other one was giving the food. It is a process that takes time and that have to be made slowly. You have to push in the food very slowly, So I was holding the cat, and the cat was obviously moving because I was not quite comfortable when I'm holding him. And so he was putting his claws into my skin, and he probably licked his paws before or something. Because when you are allergic to a cat, it means that you're allergic to the saliva and to the enzymes inside. Well, it's a whole process. Basically, that's what's happening, and I have all these little points of inflammation right now that are happening on my skin, just because he put his claw in me because he was trying to get comfortable. So that was the fun of this process. So now what's left? Not much, actually. I didn't want to sleep. I did not want to sleep, even though we were told to, because I just know that if I am going to sleep, I am so exhausted right now that if I'm going to sleep for like 1 hour, 2 hours, when I wake up, I would feel more than exhausted. So rather be exhausted and go home and take a proper night. So we decided before waking up the animals and take their consent to play some Uno, and as we were a team of international students, we first needed to make sure that we all agree on the rules before fighting on a +2. And for a quick spoiler, well, I lost. Alright guys, so it currently is 7:30, and as you can see, it still is nighttime and we're just done. We made it through. No, it was actually quite tiring. I did not sleep any second, but it was quite of a nice experience. It was my first night shift and it was great. We had this emergency that was very unexpected, this evacuating the building thing, which was quite funny. And yeah, at 6 we had this last round of taking all the heart rate, respiratory rate and blood pressures of the patients. It was quite nice, but now it's time to go home and get some rest. So if you guys still are watching this video, well, first, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And well, subscribe to the channel, because this also means a lot to me, since I'm trying to grow the channel and reach that 1K milestone. And well, I'm going to sleep now, so I'll meet you in the next video. Peace.
Toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, let her ties in the hearse.